Ever ask yourself that question? Why do I keep ending up in the same kind of relationship over and over again? It's a heavy one for sure. And you deserve a real answer. So let's get into it.
You know how it goes, right? This time you think, this time it's going to be different. And for a little while, maybe it is. But then that old familiar feeling starts to creep in. And you realize, yeah, it's just a different face, but it's the exact same pain.
And it's so easy to just chalk it up to bad luck, right? I'm just unlucky in love. Just keep picking the wrong ones. But what if it isn't random? What if it's not luck at all?
What if there's something else at play? An invisible force, something inside you that's acting like a magnet, pulling these very specific kinds of people right into your life. We're going to uncover that hidden force.
Okay, so first things first. We have to acknowledge the pattern itself. We have to look it straight in the eye. Because you can't break a cycle until you truly see it for what it is.
Does any of this hit home? You pour everything you have into someone, and you just end up feeling empty. You see those little red flags right at the beginning, but you tell yourself you're overthinking it. You know deep down this isn't good for you, but the idea of being alone is even scarier. And then when it all falls apart, you swear to yourself, never again, until it happens again.
Let me be absolutely clear about this. This cycle, it is not a coincidence. It is not bad luck. It is a predictable, reoccurring pattern. And here's the tough part to swallow. You're not just stumbling into these people by chance. On some deep, subconscious level, you were drawn to them.
So, if it's not chance, what's driving this? To get to the bottom of that, we have to talk about a really powerful idea from the psychologist Carl Jung. It's time to meet the hidden part of you that's actually calling the shots.
Jung called this the shadow. Now, this isn't something evil or sinister. It's much simpler than that. It's just all the parts of ourselves that we've pushed down, ignored, or haven't healed. It's the stuff we just haven't faced yet.
So what's actually in your shadow? Well, it could be that quiet, nagging feeling that you're just not good enough, or a relentless need to get approval from other people. Maybe it's a deep-seated terror of being abandoned, or maybe it's just a lifelong habit of avoiding conflict, no matter what it costs you. These are the engines driving the pattern.
And here's where it all connects. Your shadow isn't just sitting there quietly. It's actively looking for people who will confirm what it already believes about you. So if you feel unworthy deep down, you'll attract someone who doesn't value you. If you're terrified of being abandoned, you'll find someone you're willing to tolerate almost anything from just so they don't leave. It's not a weakness. It's your unhealed parts running the show.
Now, this whole thing creates a ton of confusion. Because why does something so unhealthy feel so incredibly intense at the beginning? Why do we mistake that intensity for love? Let's break that down.
You know that feeling? That insane rush right at the start. That feeling that you've known this person your entire life. The roller coaster, the dramatic highs and the crushing lows. We get told that's passion. That's romance.
But here's the truth. This is maybe the most important part of this whole thing. That feeling of intensity, it is not a sign of a healthy connection. It is a sign of a familiar one. Your nervous system is screaming, I know this.
See, to your subconscious mind, what's familiar feels safe. So when you meet someone who triggers those old feelings, your mind says, ah, yes, this feels like home. And it will say that even if home was a place of chaos or neglect or uncertainty. It's drawn to what it knows, not what is good for it.
Okay, so understanding all this it's a huge first step. But just knowing it doesn't change anything, does it? So now we're going to get into the practical side, the actual path to creating a new pattern.
Here is how you start to take your power back. 4 steps. 1. Acknowledge the pattern. Get brutally honest with yourself. 2. Question why you accept it. Ask, what part of me, what fear inside me thinks this is okay? 3. Trust the red flags. You see them. Stop making excuses for them. And 4, the most important work you'll ever do. Build your self-worth. From the inside out.
I want you to really let this one sink in. What you tolerate is what you teach people they can do to you. It defines what you attract. Your boundaries, the behavior you accept, that's the signal you're sending out. If you tolerate disrespect, you will get more of it. It's that simple.
And this is where so many of us get it wrong. We put all of our energy into looking for the right person out there. We're trying to find a better partner without ever doing the internal work to become a version of ourselves who isn't even a match for that old toxicity anymore.
Because when you actually do that work, something incredible starts to happen. It's not about trying to change other people. It's about a fundamental transformation inside you.
Here's the real magic. When you heal your own wounds, when you change your own internal patterns, those chaotic, toxic people, they just stop being attractive to you. That old intensity doesn't feel like passion anymore. It feels like a warning sign. You've simply evolved past it.
It all comes back to what Jung said. What you resist, those parts of your shadow you try to run from, it persists. It just keeps showing up in your life, wearing a different mask. But what you accept, what you bring into the light and decide to understand, that's what transforms.
So at the end of the day, it's not some mystical law of attraction. You don't just attract what you consciously want, like putting in an order. You attract the relationships that your subconscious is truly ready for. The real work is to change what you're ready for.
And that leaves us with one final, powerful question. Now that you understand the pattern, the shadow, and the path forward, what will you decide you're ready for now?